Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live stream Tuesday. I hope you guys had a good Monday and that your weekend was good as well. So now here, since the weekend, because the clock's changed, it means that I'm still trying to just catch up with everything, having now what I understand fully as lost an hour. It means that yeah, everything is now, you think that you've got more time to do something in the day, and then you look at the clock and then realize, okay, yeah, it's a little bit further on than I thought it was. But such is the way with changing the clock times, and I know that some countries don't do that. And I think I would be a fan of just keeping the clocks in exactly the same place all the time, and just let the sun and the earth and the universe do its thing. So it just naturally starts getting lighter in the summer, and we don't change our clocks for it. We just keep it all the same. But anyway, I guess it's tradition now. Hello to you guys in the live chat room. And let me give you guys a shout out immediately. We have... Kevin in there saying hi. Hi, Kevin. We've got Peridot as well, and Teresa, and Ro, Mimi, 3212. Lisa's in there as well. Cindy, Angela, Bob, Alison, and Tabby's in there. Corey, missing links as well. Howard, PN 1123. Hello, thank you for joining me. Let me get the names of my patrons up on screen because they make this all possible in the first place. So a massive thank you to you guys. You know who you are, and they are, as I always say, the foundation of everything that I do on the channel and make everything possible, including these live streams. So let me get the likes goal up on screen next, because tonight we are aiming for 380 likes, and if we hit that target, it means that we're going to be having Phil Jam number 317 a little bit later on. And I tell you what, we'll get the like comment up on screen early tonight to see that we are at 162 so far. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a spike of the likes going on. If you can hit that thumbs up, that would be great. And Howard says, hi Phil, I should be buying ticks to Taj in London very soon. That's what I like to hear. So yeah, I'm going to be there in London. I'll be there with my guitar as well. And yeah, we'll be doing something on stage, most likely playing the guitar. So yeah, if anybody buys any tickets for the 3rd of May, and that's at the Garage, that's the name of the venue. Yeah, I'll be there with Taj, so looking forward to that. We do have some interview videos coming up with Taj. That's going to be, I don't know, maybe next week. I think we have that, and then there'll be another one after that as well. The only problem was, in that particular interview, as happens all the time with Taj and myself, we start talking about just random stuff and forget to actually stay on topic. But we do talk about the tour a little bit, but then we start talking about lots of other things. In that particular case, it was actually Dr. Pepper that Taj... I didn't realise that Taj was such a big fan of Dr. Pepper, and it's not something that we have a lot of here in the UK. At least I can't remember seeing it in the supermarkets, but maybe that's because I don't have it, so maybe I don't know where to look for it. But yeah, Taj has lots of Dr. Pepper. That's his drink of choice before shows and after shows. Not during shows, but he has said, or he did say when I was talking to him, that he has been burping when he's playing live because of drinking so much Dr. Pepper. So anyway, that'll probably just be the second part of the interview. I'm going to have to cut it up into two because, as usual, we're talking for a very long time, even though he should have been going for a sound check, really. But yeah, look out for that in the future. But look out for myself and Taj in London on the 3rd of May, because that'll be a lot of fun. Right. Now, what else do we need to get on screen? We'll get the donations tab up on screen as well. And, by the way, 189 likes. Thank you guys for the spikes, hitting those thumbs up. Now, if we get to 190, that means we're looking for another 190. There you go. So we're looking for another 190 people to get involved before the end of the live stream. I think that's correct. My maths... that's it done for tonight. I'm gonna say that was correct. I think that is correct, because 2 times 19 is 38. Let's move on. So, as I always say, you don't have to donate. Just watching is great. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, hitting the thumbs up. You can leave a comment if you want to as well. That's very much appreciated. But for those people that can't resist donating, I think it's important that you know between 45 and 60% goes to YouTube through the super chat window, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link, which you can find in the description below. So, yeah, you don't have to donate. All closing in on 200 now. Only 3 more people to go, and yeah, getting close. I'm kind of looking at every time I look at the likeometer and wait for it to change, it then never changes. I look away and then it has changed. But I did notice somebody did a double click, so now we're down to 196. So 197 was good while it lasted. Right, and now we've just skipped over to 198. So thank you everyone for hitting the thumbs up. Lots of stuff going on at the moment. Let me try and get through this, because we will have, I mean, the first thing that's going on is my hair is wanting to curl in front of my face tonight for whatever reason. So I've tried to do the whole center parting thing, but I'm just going to have to keep on brushing it out of my face. But the other things that have been going on, tomorrow night we have the first Authentic Vocal and BBC Introducing collaboration video. So we're going to be looking at an unsigned band, artist, and one of their performances from BBC Introducing. So you can look out for that tomorrow night. I'm going to release that here on the channel, and it's going to be released early on the Authentic Vocal channel. So yeah, if you want to see that video earlier than 8 o'clock tomorrow night, then you just head over to @official Authentic Vocal on YouTube, and I think that's generally what I'm going to be doing. It is for those people that are following Authentic Vocal and also who are patrons over on Authentic Vocal. This is the other big thing, that we have a Patreon page for Authentic Vocal. So if you guys want to check it out there, then you can do, and it'll be posted early over there. You'll get a link to the YouTube video. And yeah, thank you guys for heading over there, and yeah, just kind of supporting the Authentic Vocal thing. It's great because we have a lot of people over there already, and yeah, it's something that has been allowed to happen due to, first of all, the support that I get from patrons on Wings of Pegasus, but then in order to kind of get behind it and push it forward, I was trying to think of how is best to do it, and I just thought, well, you guys have been so amazing with Wings of Pegasus. If we've got another project, why don't we just kind of jump into that? So that's exactly what's going to be happening tomorrow night. But yeah, if you guys want to head over to the Authentic Vocal Patreon page, then you can do, because that is patreon.com/Authentic Vocal. And there are, by the way, you can become, let's skip this advert. Yeah, you can become a free member over there, but there are so far 75 patrons on Authentic Vocal, on the Authentic Vocal Patreon page, which is amazing. So thank you everyone for that support over there, and yeah, we'll just see what happens with that, and I'll be mentioning it as much as I can to lots of different people. I actually had a call from, when was it? It was, yesterday. It was just a crazy day of everything going on, and me getting calls from different people and emails and things. But yesterday I had a call from Warren Hewitt, who's amazing producer, and you might have seen his channel Produce Like a Pro, but sometimes actually with software and actually hardware that you buy, it comes with maybe a course from Produce Like a Pro. So that's Warren that does all of that. But it's also a Grammy nominated producer, has worked with loads and loads of people that you'll know. But yeah, he gave me a call yesterday, and we were talking about the industry as a whole, because I mean, Warren's got his finger on the pulse. He knows exactly what's going on with not only studio projects, but then live performances that are then a studio project, because it's not actually the live sound that they're then dealing with. Before then, they put it on social media and YouTube, and then things have been replaced and things have been tuned. So yeah, he knows everything that goes on. And we were talking about everything about Authentic Vocal as well, because he's a supporter of Authentic Vocal and gave me a quote for the website. And yeah, it's great to have Warren and somebody of that kind of stature on board with it. But yeah, we were just talking yesterday about lots of different things, probably for about 40 minutes, maybe even longer than that. So yeah, that was great to hear from Warren, and just to have a chat about things in the industry, or the industry. So yeah, he called me yesterday. But anyway, the other thing was that I'm going to be chatting, even though I'm releasing the video tomorrow night as well for Authentic Vocal, the BBC Introducing collaboration. I'm going to be chatting with Justin Hawkins tomorrow night. So he's invited me onto his channel, just for an interview type thing. So that'll be happening, tomorrow night, in terms of just recording it. As for when it's going to be edited together and when Justin will release it on his channel, then I don't know that yet, but it will be on his channel at some point. So yeah, looking forward to that, because I think we have a lot of points of view that are very similar, on the industry. And I guess this is the thing about Authentic Vocal, and I have already mentioned it to Justin, about what it's all about. And I think the more people that I kind of encounter in the different circles that I am in, kind of musically, I think the more Authentic Vocal gets out there, the better. And yeah, the great thing is that it's all down to your support. So yeah, if we kind of push it out there as much as we can, and I'll mention it in things like interviews, and yeah, we'll see if the awareness starts to increase about it, because I think there's definitely a desire for it, for people just knowing what's going on. I don't see anything wrong with just telling people what is happening in a performance. And that's exactly what's going to be happening in the BBC Introducing and Authentic Vocal performances, that you're going to get actually a breakdown. This is what's going to happen tomorrow night. You're going to get a breakdown of the equipment used, and if there were any effects that are being used, and whether, say for example, it's just going to be in a little box at the bottom before the performance starts, whether the mics are kind of going through anything, or whether they're going DI to the mixer, going directly in, and that is going to be the case of for tomorrow night's performance video. So yeah, you're just going to be told everything. And obviously with Authentic Vocal, there's going to be no tuning on the vocals. It's just natural voices. But just knowing what's going on, I think, is great. And that's something that I don't think you ever get that in performances that you might watch on, I was going to say, like industry YouTube channels, or even on very well-known TV shows and radio shows. You're never told what is going on, in the bottom of the screen before the performance. It's all just, here's the performance. And then, somebody asked me to look at it, and I say, well, it was a pre-recorded backing track, and the vocal might not have been live, or the vocal's been post-pitch corrected, and, maybe the bass has been overdubbed. And yeah, that's when people say, what? All of that? But I thought it was just a live performance, because they're not telling you what's going on. So yeah, I think there is a desire to know about all of that. But yeah, it means that tomorrow night is going to be a busy one, but very much looking forward to it. And while I remember, with everything going a bit crazy, I think I'm going to have a bit of a clash in the schedule on Saturday night. So rather than wait, I'm going to say that there's going to be no live stream on Saturday night. I'm going to use the time to get myself organised, and then we'll be back to normal on Tuesday. Now, considering the things that I want to get organised, it might be the fact that I'm not sitting here on Tuesday. I might be somewhere else on Tuesday, or in a different room. I have to see how it works. But the good thing is that I've got my laptop here, and here it is. So I've got my laptop, and I should be able to, if I need to, do the live stream on this. And I might even be able to maybe take the camera from here and keep everything maybe as it is normally, but it's just the background will change. And I'm not going to do that thing where you change the background so it looks like I'm in this room, but I'm not in this room. Yeah, I'm not really into that. So yeah, if I do have to do it from a different position or a different room, then yeah, I'll do that and set it up. So I'm going to do a test beforehand, actually, so that I can keep everything as it normally is. Maybe we can bust out the Mugabe for maybe the fill chance at the end. I'll work through it, but I've got this idea in my head that I'm going to organise everything. Like this studio, I haven't organised in about 4 years, and it's an absolute mess, and it's getting to the point where, yeah, I need to spend some time rewiring things, and so that when there is a problem, when there is an issue, it's not going to take 2 days to try and sort it out because of all the connections that are behind the desk and in the way, and then finding, well, where's that one connected? Oh, what's that? And yeah, I need to get it all organised. So anyway, we'll be live streaming next week, but yeah, I'll say there's no point in me saying that we're going to do Saturday and then I figure out, oh well, no, it's going to be too close, things are going to clash. So yeah, we'll have a night off on Saturday, and normal with the videos. So yeah, tomorrow night and then Friday night and Sunday, yeah, it's all going to be normal with the video schedule. So right now, is that everything? I think that's everything. There are so many things going on, and what I will say is that I've been having other conversations with other people about future videos and things, but as is always the problem, it's just organising schedules, and then trying to find a time when somebody can do something, and then when they can't do something, and then I can do something, but yeah, it can't quite be worked out with time zones as well. So yeah, everything at the moment that is definitely going to go ahead. Obviously, the BBC introducing thing, which is great, an authentic vocal, and the Justin Hawkins thing tomorrow night, which is great, and the Taj show, which is definitely there. That's in my diary. That is going to happen. I'm going to be there in London on the 3rd of May. So there you go. That is it. Good to get all of that organised. Right, now there have been some donations, and we will bust out the guitar as we have been doing recently, because we've had some questions that have come through. But I will quickly jump into the PayPal window first. Why not? We'll start over there to begin with. And this first one came from Karen for £5.60, so thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, congrats on hitting 523,000 subscribers. This is also something that Paul said. So at the top of the super chat window. So yeah, amazing to have hit 523. Did I change this? No, I didn't. That still says 522. So now where is this? Because, hey, there it is. I can see it. Because yeah, everything that shows on screen is a layer. So it means that, and that goes for everything you're seeing on screen. So trying to find the right layer to then change. But I did it then. So 523,000 subscribers, which is amazing. Thank you guys for subscribing. We'll keep on pushing forward and see where we end up with it. But I think it's a good place to be already. So thank you, Karen, for that. And the message is, are there differences between sweet picking and economy picking? Is alternative picking also a factor? I hope you don't mind demonstrating. Thanks for all you do. Cheers, Karen. So I demonstrated all of those, 2 live streams ago, maybe? Something like that. So I won't be going through. I think I probably spent about 20 minutes on that. So in that other live stream, but thank you for that. You can go back and check a couple of live streams ago. Right, there's been another one that's come through, and I was Karen again with £4.25, and the message is, Phil, if your hair is curling in your eyes, perhaps you might want to consider a straightening iron or a large curling brush type hairdryer. I hope you don't mind the suggestion. It's only because your eyes can get itchy and red. Take care, Karen. So thank you for that. And the hairs, just a bit random really. What I am finding though is, obviously the longer it gets, the heavier it gets. So then the more straight down it falls. So yeah, my next haircut is due for, I don't know how many weeks, maybe 6. So maybe even 7. So it's going to be interesting because it means that these bits here are going to get really long. And yeah, I'm almost tempted to just let that happen to see what it looks like. And it might be the case that once we've been through that 7-week period, oh, hang on. That means when I'm playing with Taj, it means that I have a lot of hair to throw around. So anyway, yeah, I'm not sure as to what kind of style I'm going to do when it does get really long, because I'm feeling like it might be that because the hair gets longer, it gets flatter. But then when it's shorter, it gets kind of higher, I guess, has more volume to it. So maybe I'll have to find the happy medium between the two, or maybe talk to my hairdresser about doing something between the two. But yeah, the problem with my hair is it just curls randomly. So it seems like this is more manageable because I can split it in the middle and set it either side. But when I have a fringe and then it starts curling, that's where all hell breaks loose. So yeah, this is more manageable, but I'll see what happens or how the style changes in the future. So thank you for that, Karen. And the message in the super chat window from Paul, that was $5.23. So thank you for that. And Paul says, 523,000 subscribers. Most excellent. Here we grow again. Spike the likes, all y'all. Peace, love, and rock. So thank you for that. Angela says, go back to the You Know My Name cut. I can't remember what the thing is. There's no such thing as a cut. Like every time I shoot a new video, as you will see in the cover videos, the hair's random every time. So saying, oh, have that particular hair, I could have it cut all to the same length, exactly the same as in You Know My Name, or the video for that, and it won't look the same because that was just a random day, and it's just every day is a random day. So yeah, this is why it's very difficult. It's just the life of the hair. It just does what it wants each day, and you have lucky days, you have unlucky days. So yeah, if it was that easy just to replicate the same haircut, then I would just have the same haircut every single day. But it just works into doing something that is most manageable, because every day you'll get a different look. So then you think, well, what can I have that means every day it's not as crazy each day? And that's where I am at the moment, that this hair is not as crazy every day as having any other attempt at a style. So thank you for that, Paul. And Deborah's donated $5. Thank you for that, Deborah. And that's a message of hippopotamuses or hippopotami. So yeah, 3 hippopotamuses coming out of the water. So thank you for that. And Monica has donated $10 as well. So thank you for that. And the message is, oh, this is a guitar thing. Monica says, can you please demonstrate octave chords on the guitar? So now the thing is, I don't really call them octave chords. I just call them octaves. But I think people do call them octave chords. So yeah, octave chords or octaves on the guitar are exactly what they sound like, where you take any note. We'll take a D. There you go. And then you have the octave above it that you play at the same time. So that's the D above, and you play them like that. It's one of those techniques that you'll hear pretty much all the time, especially in kind of rock music, maybe hard rock, but in lots of other genres as well, if you clean it up and take the distortion off. But it always tends to fill out the sound, and it's actually something that I've used in the past, so that a particular sound might be in the studio a little bit weak. So instead of kind of having your D chord, you might have a and you'll have another guitar that's there you go. That was from my song called Hero. I don't know what, yeah. I don't know if that helps or not, but yeah, it's that kind of thing, having that constant octave going on. But also some bands like Green Day will use that as a solo, so they'll just play the two notes together and kind of slide up and down just to get that fuller sound. So that's it really. And as long as you're keeping those octaves, what I'm doing here is I am muting the low E string with my first finger, so that's why it looks like I'm kind of hitting all the strings, which I am, but I'm only allowing the... Oh, somebody said turn on the guitar please. The guitar's on, that's fine, I can hear it, but you can't hear it because the mic behind me in front of the amplifier wasn't on. So I was demonstrating this, so that's what it sounds like. And like that. So I was just going to say about bands that use it for solos like Green Day, and the technique of it. I'm using my first finger to rest on the low E string, and I am hitting all of the strings there, but Ocean Cat says, what is your guitar tuned to? 440 hertz or 432 hertz. So 440, always tuned to 440, because if you're demonstrating anything on the guitar, more likely than not, very rarely are you going to get something that isn't tuned to A440, unless it is a particular video that is, well, I guess from very long ago, where they used to tune to all different kinds of frequencies, or had a set number like 436 hertz that they'd all tune to, but 440, late 50s then became standard, and that's what I tuned to. So yeah, it's a lot better. If you're just going to quickly play something on the guitar, if you're looking at a video, it's more than likely going to be in 440. So now, with the octaves, getting into the technique, I'm muting the low E string with my first finger and resting on the D string, because I'm playing a D and a D here, but the next string down from the A, which is where my first note is being played, the D, which is there, the next string down, you won't be able to hear that because I'm resting on it. Then we've got the G, and now the B, you can't hear because I'm resting on it, and the high E, and I'm using my little finger just to rest on those. So it means that when you're doing that kind of strumming like that, you get the clink sound of the other strings, which help to give it more of a percussive rhythmic sound, but you're only ever playing two notes. So as long as you keep those that relationship the same, you can then move it towards you if you want to. So now I've got an A and an A. And I'm doing exactly the same thing here with muting all of those other strings. So I mean, what I don't really tend to go up as high as, the B string to do kind of any octaves there. That we almost accidentally got into Purple Haze there, but it gives you an idea. So that. Now the thing is here, when you're playing on that B string, you can see how now I'm using my first finger and my little finger because of the difference in tuning as you get up to the B and the E, the B string and the E string. It means that you're now going to be a fret higher. So your first finger here, which we're playing a G now, but that same principle as keeping the strings muted, but I'd say here I'm a little bit more careful with the strumming. I don't go really far down as low as the E, because the E is actually open here. So when I'm going, if I hit all of the strings, that would happen. So it means that that low E string would ring out across everything that you're doing. But I think generally, because the notes are kind of further away from you, you can just limit your strumming pattern just to get those nice and clear. So you'll have to make sure that you keep that distance of now, having 1, 2, 3 frets between that first finger and the little finger. And now that same relationship, now if I wanted to take that down from the, say the D, like this, and it's going to be exactly the same thing. Now we're focusing on, and I don't really do too much of this, kind of up on the high E, and then the G with the first finger. It's exactly the same principle, that you want to keep that distance the same. So I think the reason I don't really play them that high up is I always see it as something that's going to fill in the sound, or something that's going to have your kind of low root note in there. So everybody uses them differently, but there you go. That is it. That is octave chords on the guitar. I just call them octaves because that's what they are. There we have it. Now let's get over to the stream settings to see that we are looking for now 98 more people to hit the thumbs up. So if you could hit that thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated, and then we will keep the guitar out and have a jam at the end of the live stream. So we will see. Hang on, I think, what did I see from, there's a question from Joe, but then Joe said in the last live stream, I don't know how this has happened, that I think he said that I played Tuesday's backing track on Saturday. But hang on, today's backing track on Saturday. But I thought, I don't know when the backing tracks come through, but I thought they came through just before we start the live stream. So unless there were two and I've clicked on the wrong one, I don't know. So I don't know how that's physically possible, but it means that it's just the backing track that should have been on Saturday. We're going to be doing today. It's going to be whatever it was. Joe's got it organised. So whatever it is, it is. Now, okay, right. So there's a question here that Joe has sent through, and it's to do with vibrato. Let's see. I'll just read it out. Demonstrate the use of vibrato. Yes, that's what it should be called. Bar. How do you decide to use it versus a bend? Just depth of tonal shift desired, or vibrato speed? You'll need the gem, obviously. Well, I can demonstrate this on. I've got a vibrato bar. I've got a whammy bar here, and Joe's referring to there. Back in the day, they used to call it a tremolo arm, and tremolo is not vibrato. So when you're playing, if I'm going, that is vibrato. Cindy said he sent in 2 because he's on vacation. So there we go, that makes sense. So he sent one early. That's why I've clicked on the wrong one last time. Now, that was vibrato. So vibrato is a change in pitch. You can hear it going down, coming back up again, and you can go both ways if you want to. Like that. So that, when you speed it up, is that sound. So this used to be called a tremolo arm, which is incorrect, because if I haven't got a kill switch on my guitar, but a kill switch, if you were to play something and then press on the kill switch, it means that it kills everything, so it goes to silence, and it means that the signal, if you then press it again, comes in. So then you can get a sound of guitar, silence, guitar, silence, guitar, silence, guitar, silence. And that's tremolo. That's the difference between those two. So calling it a tremolo arm that's why people didn't know what was going on. Well, they started to think that vibrato was tremolo, and that was the confusion, and led a lot of people down the wrong path. So getting back to this. Now, vibrato, it's something that is unique to everyone, and I always say that if you are playing, the speed and the pitch that you want to cover is always up to you, and there'll be particular guitarists that you listen to that you like, and you think, oh, I'd like to have a similar kind of vibrato. But I think it's still something that you kind of find your own way of what you want. So I've got, it's good to work on all of your fingers so that you can get a similar kind of vibrato with all of them on the frets. And then you've got bends as well. So if I'm bending up and then applying vibrato, again, third finger, my tendency is, because I've got kind of smaller hands, it means that probably smaller than normal. So when going up here and doing a bend, I tend to kind of stretch over. It's something that Gary Moore used to do as well. And get my second finger there. And again, now I'm bending and applying vibrato. So in order to achieve that, you want to get to pitch and then move that string. It depends how you want to do it. You can let it come down, then go back up, or you can go up and down, which will simulate what you would be doing with the whammy bar. But when you're playing straight notes, just fretting notes on the guitar, you won't be able to vibrato the notes so that the pitch goes higher. It's the only way you can do is by going higher. So if you're trying to get this note, it'll become clear in a minute, even though I'm explaining it really badly and actually explaining it incorrectly. When you play a note on the fretboard, if I now want to apply vibrato, my only option is to go higher in pitch, to like that. There's no way of going down. So if I'm going now with the whammy bar, it means that I can go down and I can go up. So that's doing the same as I would be doing on the guitar. Now bending down. Now you get a different sound to it. And when you decide to use the whammy bar, I think that's just a split-second decision. It's just something that when you're playing, like in the fill jams, if I go to the whammy bar, it's just because I want a particular sound to the note that is something that I won't get from the fretted position. So but I think it's always good too, and actually something that myself and Taj talked about recently, when you are playing, to be able to do all of the things that you want to do on the fretboard, even if you don't have access to the whammy bar. I know that a lot of people do rely on the whammy bar, but we kind of agreed that if it snapped or something went wrong with your guitar and you didn't have that, you want to be able to apply all of the vibrato or however you want to simulate it. You want to be able to do it on the fretboard as well. So and not always rely on it. But if you've got it, like sometimes I'll use it now and again, just because it's kind of how I'm feeling at the time. But I think you should be able to try and do things without that. But then if you just want that vibrato, that sound that just dips down, then you can use it. So there we go. I think that was pretty much it. Practice vibrato with each of your fingers if you can. And it's something that I like to be in control of, is the speed of the vibrato. So that if you're playing over something that is a slower tempo, you can do a slower vibrato. If you're doing something that's a little bit more manic, you can speed it up. If you're doing something If it's really manic, then you can do it really quickly if you want to. So yeah, I wanted to be able to control the speed of it on the fretboard at the top of bends, just to give myself the artistic freedom to get a note to sing how I wanted it to. But again, it's down to what you're into. Like, some people haven't really worked at vibrato, and if they have worked at vibrato, it's, you know, they might have it might be a little bit inconsistent and wobbly, but that might just be their thing, and that's kind of how they do it, and you know, that's up to them. But I always like to have a nice, even, consistent vibrato. I guess just listening to the best singers of all time, no singer will have a kind of inconsistent vibrato when they are applying that to their voice. So it's always, for me, about getting the instrument to sound like it's singing. And yeah, it means that, yeah, I mean, yeah, very much. Melody Rock says, how do you get the vibrato sounding like John Sykes in Is This Love Solo? So for this, oh, we've got this. It's a slow vibrato that is wide. So this is why, yeah, if I'm playing a cover of a song, I just play the kind of vibrato that is on the original song, or, you know, as close as I can get it. So with that, the application of it means that you're bending the string a long way, like that, but then you're speeding it up. So you got kind of like that. Oh, yeah. And you can kind of get as crazy as you want with it. I think if I were, if you know, for my own playing, you know, I kind of don't bend it that much. But again, that's kind of part of his sound. So, you know that it's his solo because of the vibrato, and that's very much what it's all about, having your own personality in your playing, and your own kind of expression to each note. So there you go. Yeah, it's just but again, that is a point, or that is the point of being able to control your vibrato, so that if you want to do it a different way, then you can do. And yeah, it can take a very long time to master it all and be able to do, yeah, lots of different speeds and everything, but yeah, it is possible. It's just kind of where I think, for me, when I was learning to play, I wasn't too bothered about playing fast, but I wanted to be able to get it to sound nice, like it was singing. So yeah, and you do have a lot of people who really focus on playing fast, but then they haven't worked at vibrato. So everyone's different. So anyway, there we have that. What else? I don't know whether there was any other question. Was there? I think there's one above this that Joe sent through. This is to do with bends and maybe bends with hammer-ons and pull-offs. Did I explain this before? I can't remember. I might have done. But let's give ourselves a key. So now we're going to be in E minor, and so that kind of thing. So doing a bend with the first finger. Oh. So hammer-ons and pull-offs. And then a bend with the first finger. If you want to do that, it's up to you. You don't have to do what I'm doing. But the other thing is that if you are doing a bend, and then you want to tap onto the string, then you can do. It's just reminded me of the Neil Schon video that we did, where I said, yeah, if you, as you could see there, just demonstrating that I didn't miss the string. So, but to begin with, if you are tapping, you'll have to look at, you know, where that string is, because it's obviously going to have moved from where it was before because you're bending it, but you should be able to get the hang of it relatively quickly. The only thing is that if you're the place that you're tapping when you do the bend, because you're bending up, it means that the note is now kind of moving up with the bend. So there. If I tapped here, the bend is taking the note up from where. So that's now effectively where we are. And so it means that if I wanted to tap in here, I'm actually going. But classic Eddie Van Halen thing there of tapping in. Can you? Oh, but anyway, I was trying to say that you could hear me muting the other strings. I can't remember what I just did, but going like that. So I'm resting on the low E string to keep all of that that low stuff from not ringing out. So yeah, if you are bending and tapping, you'll just have to make sure that if you are doing a bend, that you're adjusting where you're tapping, which fret you're tapping, because you'll know straight away that, oh, that didn't sound how I wanted it to or how I was expecting it to. So yeah, but you know, you can get used to it. So that was a previous question, I do believe, from Joe about hammer-ons. I mean, hammer-ons and pull-offs and bends, I think generally they're going to be two kind of separate things unless you're kind of tapping onto the guitar or yeah, the hammer-ons and pull-offs is when you kind of hammer on. I'm hammering on there, hammer on and pulling off. So you can keep a note going. Endlessly, because you're constantly pulling off that string, causing it to vibrate, and then you hammer on, then you pull off the string, causing it to vibrate. So yeah, you can keep that going forever, and then put your arm in the air and show off and do whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's the kind of hammer-ons and pull-offs, and you know, that's something that Jimi Hendrix used to do. He'll throw in a few kind of hammer-ons, pull-offs in the form of, you know, trills, which yeah, are quite cool as well, because they're just kind of throwaway things that have a cool sound to them. So there we go, that was that. Right, now we're almost at midnight, which means we're going to be jumping into tonight's cover video, which looks like it's going to be Miles Away. So, and by the way, we're looking for another I don't know how many that is. What, 53 more people to have a fill jam? So we still have a bit of a ways to go. We're looking for 53 more people in 18 minutes. Actually, less than that, because we have to actually be doing the jam beforehand. So yeah, let's try and find some people to hit that thumbs up. That would be very much appreciated. We just go out in the internet, try and find people, drag them in, hit the thumbs up, and then they don't have to watch the jam. That they can just go away. But as long as they give a thumbs up, that's great. Right, we are going to be jumping into tonight's cover video, which is my version of Miles Away by Winger. I think this has the introduction on it, where I say about going to France just to see Winger. But anyway, I'll see you guys after this. Rock! Okay, so quick introduction to this next video. This is more of a tribute video to Kip Winger, as I've been to see Kip in London and with his band, Winger, numerous times, and once I even went to France just to watch Winger. So this is my tribute, and it's me playing and singing Miles Away, and I hope you like it. See you later. Rock!
So this is love, or so you tell me, as you're walking out the door. Months go by and I know for certain it's not the love I'm looking for. Sometimes, just for a moment, I reach out
And there we have it. That was my version of Miles Away by Winger. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Right now we have had a couple of donations in the PayPal window, I do believe. And it was Mitch Marie, yeah, who has donated £2. Thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, can you please demonstrate different types of vibrato techniques and how to use the whammy bar? Thanks and rock. Okay, well, I've pretty much done that. I don't know where, there it is. But yeah, well, the different vibrato types, I was demonstrating a rock blues vibrato. I think that's what most people refer to it as, but that's just when you're bending the note up like that. You've also got a circular vibrato, which is something that Steve I does sometimes. I don't really use that very much. Or you've got a classical vibrato as well, which is like that, very subtle, something that you're going to be using more on classical guitar, with nylon strings, but it's just moving from side to side like that. But as you can see, it's much more subtle than actually changing the pitch like that. As soon as you start pushing that pitch and making it go sharp, then it's more dramatic. And yeah, that's very much what the whole rock blues vibrato is all about. So those are the different kind of types of vibrato. And we're just using the whammy bar. It's not just here. You want to make sure that you kind of screw it in so that it kind of stays where you want it, and then you push it down towards the guitar if you want it to go down, and you pull it up if you wanted to go higher. But I'd say more often than not it's going to be sitting just in the middle, so that you're getting a blend of the, a blend of going slightly flat and slightly sharp. But yeah, you can do whatever you want. Or that of changing the pitch. So now I'm changing the pitch, going down a semitone rather than doing it on the guitar. You're doing it with the whammy bar. Again, I don't kind of do a lot of that, but yeah, Jeff Beck used to do a lot of that kind of thing, using the whammy bar to go down to other notes, and then kind of hold it then and vibrato using the whammy bar, and he did a lot of whammy bar work. So, I turned the mic off again. So again, you couldn't hear what I was doing. By the way, we're looking for 18 more people to hit the thumbs up. If you could do that, then would be very much appreciated. Then we'll have a jam. But anyway, I was just saying that, I've got to demonstrate it again. So we had the rock blues vibrato, the circular vibrato, which is more subtle. And I just say that Steve I used that. What else? Oh yeah, the more kind of classical vibrato. So got those. And then what else? What did I just do? Oh, the whammy bar. So so going down on the fretboard and then going like that. And I was saying about how Jeff Beck used to do that a lot. Kind of like that. And then trying to do the vibrato when you're using the whammy bar to go down. I don't do that kind of thing myself, but it's still quite a cool sound. But the only thing is that if you're doing that and then your whammy bar breaks, then you got a lot of issues, because now you would have to bend up. So there, so go. Like that. Oh, anyway, that was that. Oh, Kevin said you could still hear it okay, though the mic was off. Well, it is coming out of the cab behind me. So Right, now what are we doing? Oh, we're looking for 13 more people. That's what we're doing. And we don't have a picture corner for tonight, so it means that we are now literally just going to be waiting to see if we can find 13 more people to hit the thumbs up. That would be very much appreciated. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, we will have a jam in 13 likes time. Right, now there were some other donations, just a couple more of these. Angela has donated £14.47, so thank you for that. And the message is, Phil, is it just stylization using the whammy bar for vibrato and or doing a fast bend to achieve the same sound? So the whammy bar is the only way that you're going to be able to get the pitch of the note to go down when you're playing a fretted note. Like that, you can't achieve that any other way unless you bend up like that. So when you are playing, you don't want to have to keep on moving to bend up to the note that you're playing in order to get it to, decrease in pitch. So that's why it's I guess it is a stylization in terms of the kind of vibrato you want, because sometimes you'll just feel like doing that you want that particular sound for whichever note you're playing, and sometimes you won't, and then you just do the standard vibrato, just pushing it slightly sharp. So thank you for that. And look, we have hit the target, so we are going to be having a jam. And just before we do, Alison's donated £10, so thank you for that. And the message is, hello Phil, thanks for your guitar lessons during your live streams. Since we are discussing vibratos and bends, would you demonstrate a slow vibrato at the top of a bend? Thanks and cheers. So yeah, I have. That's what I'm like. So I'm going up to the top of the bend and then applying vibrato. And kind of applying that vibrato at the end. Oh, I could have gone. Oh. And actually pulled on the whammy bar. Yeah, there are lots of different things you could do, but there's no point really on pulling on the whammy bar when you can just change the pitch with your finger on the fretboard. So there we go. There we have it. Now we are going to be jumping into. Oh, I've got to click on the right one now. Is it going to be this one? I think it's going to be this one. Right. That's on. That's on. Guitar. Yeah, I'm playing. We're going to be attempting to play along to this with the laptop, so it's always a bit dodgy hearing it. As for the mix, can't really do too much about it. 7 minutes and 20. We've got to get on with this. This is exotic orchestral backing track in E Lydian, E minor, G Lydian, and B mixer Lydian. So this is going to be fun. This is coming from Q Jam Tracks. Okay, let's have a listen and see what this is all about. See if you can hear it to begin with. Red dude. Yeah, there he is. red dude, I've lost track of where we were and what's going on. To hear, so. Okay. fading out. Aye. Okay, well there we go. That's a fade out type deal. Well, that was exotic and orchestral. Difficult to hear in some places, but hopefully some of the notes went along with it, because it sounded like we had a few different changes going on, and then the red dude got involved, and I I couldn't remember at which point whether it was going to repeat again or what was repeating. So anyway, that was exotic orchestral backing track in E Lydian, E minor, G Lydian, and B mixer Lydian. For those of you interested, and that came from Q Jam Tracks. So if you guys want to have a go at playing along to that, then you can do. So there we have it. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up and ensuring that we did have a fill jam tonight. We are going to be here with another video tomorrow night, and that's the authentic vocal video, so look out for that one. We're going to be back on Friday as well. No live stream on Saturday, which I've already mentioned, and yeah, video on Sunday. Next live stream will be next Tuesday night, so look out for that. So let me just make sure that we're up to date with everything. I think we are. Let me just jump over into the super chat window, and oh yes, we do. Let me get rid of the like commenter because we don't need that anymore. We don't want it getting in the way. Jennifer donated $5. Thank you for that. The message is, Phil, tell your friend who loves Dr. Pepper he can get Dr. Pepper flavoured Peeps now. Have fun playing with him. So thank you for that. And yeah, it's Taj Farrant who likes Dr. Pepper a lot. So thank you for that. Thank you guys for watching. All that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you at tomorrow night's authentic vocal video. So I'll catch you guys then. Rock!